Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Happy Hour podcast. Of course, we're here live on YouTube Live. For those of you who are here each and every episode, you know we are 100% live each and every week, unfiltered, unscripted. We have our gimmicks, we have everything like that. And of course, in case you're not watching us here on live, welcome. In case you're watching us here on Roku or Fire TV, on Pod Nation TV, as well as we know this week, the man behind the song of our theme song, Matt Fischer from Scissor Fist. He is back tonight. Matt, it is always a pleasure having you, man, as a guest co-host.
Oh, well, thank you, Ray. I always enjoy coming on here. I mean, really, I'm just sitting in my basement relaxing on a Friday evening. It's nice to sit here and bullshit with yourself and usually very interesting guests. And, I sit here and I'm going to have a couple brewskis. We're have a good, solid Friday night of bullshit.
And of course, we have Autumn Rain as our guest, and she came in doing one of her cosplays. So that's one of your cosplays that you have going on. So you said that your cosplay, that's your unique own cosplay. So when you do your cosplays, do you do your own, or do you base it off of certain characters, or is it a little bit of mix of each?
It's both. This look was let's see, what's the word I'm thinking of?
Witchy.
It was inspired, but it is like 90-something% my own character. I inspired it ever so slightly off of an anime character.
Nice.
But basically the only idea that I got from the anime character was the glasses and the orange hair. I did everything else myself.
Oh, see, like me, I'm a layman. I just assumed it's some sort of like witch kind of thing.
Oh, it is a witch.
The first thing I go to is like, is like Wizard of Oz, like witch of the East. I saw a meme the other day, and it said the Wicked Witch of the West had every right to light Dorothy's ass up. How are you going to kill my sister and take her red bottoms? And I remember I laughed very hard at that meme.
Autumn, have you ever done like the Wicked Witch? Have you ever done like the green or anything like that?
No, I haven't.
It's a lot of paint on the face is I mean, at least when I've done it, just being, it's quite. I imagine that people that are like professionally do it on a regular basis have their ways of going about it, but it is very uncomfortable. It's very uncomfortable after about an hour when it like dries and it gets like all crackly.
Wigs are uncomfortable after an hour. It hurts your scalp.
Yeah.
The what?
Wigs do, because you have to like slick your hair back and put it down with like spray and bobby pins and whatnot.
Yeah, probably gives you like a bit of a pressure headache or something after a while.
Exactly.
I imagine.
Exactly.
But if you enjoy doing it, I mean, it's like I love going to like I've been to a couple. I don't dress up or anything, but I've gone to a couple Comic Cons just because it's awesome just seeing the folks that put all this effort into the kind of stuff. But I'm also like, man, this sounds like a very long, uncomfortable day, but I'm impressed. Like me, I'm going to give it up after an hour. I'd be like, yo, if anybody wants to see me in this shit, you got 1 hour. And then I'm out of this stuff and I'm putting sweatpants on. Yeah.
Oh, man.
Do you go to like Comic-Con or any cons like that with your cosplay stuff? And also, what was the hardest cosplay you've done?
Hardest cosplay I've done? Ooh, hard. Probably Medusa.
Oh shit, that's cool.
That was difficult. I had to have someone help me like hardcore with that one. That's something I couldn't tackle on alone. Because instead of doing like a normal wig, we did hair extensions. Right?
Oh wow.
We did like these braided hair extensions. So she had to help me with that because she had to like tie it to my hair and get parts that I couldn't see and everything. And it was just such a huge, long like process. It took hours, multiple hours.
I do not have the patience for that. Like I understand like there's certain folks that enjoy like, you know.
Well, look at movies. Look at people who get in.
Well, yeah, but if you're in a movie, normally there's a hefty, you know, like if you're already gotten that far and they're putting a whole lot of makeup on you, I'd imagine that you're getting.
Well, I mean, I understand it's no different.
Or you'll stick it out just because you want to be there.
Yeah. You know, I did pro wrestling, and we got into the, you know, our gimmick every night for wrestling. So, you know, that's the whole thing. But also, if you're passionate about something, you know, I love going to Comic Cons. I love seeing people dressed up with, you know, all their stuff. I don't do it as much because, like, I don't really like. I'm bad with, I guess, costume design or like thinking of, you know, ideas like that. Like I do something simple, like maybe the Punisher shirt with like his jacket that he wears, or, you know, something simple.
Yeah, but I even if I had something simple, I wouldn't rock it going there with the professionals. Like I would want, if I'm gonna bother,
that's like I don't.
Yeah, if I'm gonna bother, I want to like try to be up to snuff with these folks in there, so that way I don't look like a fucking a jabroni. You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, I would dress up because I love Halloween. Like Halloween's, and Matt, you know, Halloween's huge on this show.
Best holiday.
I enjoy it.
Hands down. We always do themed episodes around Halloween. Like they're all like Halloweened out. Our graphics, shout out to Derek from Curtain Jerker Designs. He always does a cool Halloween look for all of our guests and our graphics. And we also, of course, we're going to be doing Smasher Dash later. Our best Smasher Dash that we had was, of course, the Halloween edition. So that was the best one we did. And Michael Myers reigned supreme so much in that. Like everybody,
all the chicks want to bang
him. On by Michael Myers. I don't know what it was.
Yeah, there's something about a guy that's quiet and strong. I don't know. The women love it.
Now, Autumn, with being in the industry, of course, have you had any like injuries or anything like that? Have you had any porn related injuries that you know of?
Other than like very minor bleeding from my ass, no, because I've been scratched before. I've told people like I don't like getting fingered because people don't know how to trim their nails properly, and they
God,
yeah, and they scratch you, and I've gotten scratched many times. I'd say I've had to stop a scene about 4 times now, and we finished. We just had to wait a minute for it to like stop bleeding. But yeah, I've gotten scratched by nails, and I've gotten scratched by someone. I asked someone to give me more lube one time, and instead of like, you know, putting it on their hand and using their hand, they got the fucking bottle, put the bottle like nozzle.
Yeah, no, that's
hard plastic scratched me.
Yeah, and normally like the top on those is like, you know, where it has like the flip top and all that. That's nothing pointy, but there's nothing but like fucking hard plastic edges on that. That's a dick move.
Yeah.
Or well, I mean, you can plead ignorance, but like, you know, hindsight, I'm like, no, that's probably anything you should be putting inside of anyone.
They just have an eagle talon as their fingernail, and they're just like, let me finger.
I've heard this. Yeah. I've heard this complaint before. You know, and just like I've heard it in the past from some of the ladies in my life. Got to keep them trimmed real short and really keep them clean. Yeah. You know, have a little fucking respect for your finger.
It's the same way for the back end, also.
Yes, yeah. If you're gonna be fucking finger banging, you know, be a gentleman or whatever, or a lady, or be considerate. You know, no matter how which way it shakes out.
Clean yourself up. Wash your hands and
get one of them nail brushes. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know, if you're a fucking mechanic for a living, we get it, you know, but
I did that for a little bit. I was a bowling alley mechanic, and
you fucking would be, right? God damn. I never knew that. Fucking, oh my God. Autumn, I'm not sure exactly where what part of the map you're from, but we're from like the Baltimore area. Ray has like a very pronounced Baltimore accent, and on certain words it pops out, and it always amuses me. It's why I like talking to him. A lot of my family sounds like that. I don't think that I quite have it, but just like the Baltimore accent having person being a bowling alley mechanic, I gotta go down there and got lane 11 ain't setting the pins right. You should. I wish that career had taken off for you, right?
The pins nightly, just grasping and setting. Like there were nights where I actually had to physically do that shit.
Well, that's what they used to do back in the day.
Yeah.
Like I have uncles that bowled forever, and they're like, yeah, back in the day, you could just get hired at the bowling alley as a pin setter on the weekends, and like,
Oh wow.
yeah, and like they would just be like usually younger kids, you know, like
Oh
teenage
yeah, I
age,
was young. I was like between
and they pay them a couple bucks and just all night.
So yeah, it was fun. It was so fun. And of course, all of them, speaking of, careers that we had, way back when, I saw something that you were a CVS pharmacy tech.
Yeah.
So because every time I go into CVS, I always see this poor person in a fetal position being screamed at by some Karen in like a CVS because their prescription isn't wrong. Like, have you ever at any point in your life went, I really wish this person will go home and take this whole entire jar of this prescription and
No, I have not had that thought. I don't generally have violent or angry thoughts like that. It's very, very, very rare, and they're just thoughts. But no, I don't tend to. I'm very much a pacifist, so I kind of avoid conflict and stuff at all.
Makes sense.
Possible.
The best thing to do.
I have opinions on wars and stuff that I'm not trying to get into on this, but I'm very pacifist. So
that makes sense. Now, with that, how long did you do the pharmacy tech stuff?
A year and a half.
Okay. So you got. What do you think?
Did you just find out like you didn't like it?
No, I loved it.
Oh, okay.
I just didn't pay enough.
Oh man, really? I figured that'd be. I guess
it was retail pharmacy. It wasn't hospital pharmacy. So I worked at CVS.
Oh, well, I still figured if you were back there at any degree. I mean, obviously the person who is like the actual pharmacist with the degree gets paid X amount, but I still felt like even if you were back in that area, that you still it was a decent wage and of some kind. But I don't know anything.
They probably got around it because it was retail, and that's the thing. So they probably used whole.
Yeah, I go to a CVS down the street, and it's in a Target.
I was paid $14 an hour.
Oh, that's fucking criminal. Oh, yeah, that's fucking criminal. Oh, yeah, that's fucking criminal. Was it in a Target by chance?
No, it was a
standalone.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I did work in Target CVS's. I wasn't a normal pharmacy tech. I was an inventory specialist.
Oh, nice.
I was an inventory specialist, mobile training coach. I was the mobile training coach for District 18.
CVS needs to get their shit together. I don't understand how you're a training coach and inventory, and you have titles like that. But
it looks good on my resume, but it didn't look good on my wallet.
Yeah, fuck that. That's bullshit. That's because you're dealing with important shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That people count on. Like, I definitely feel that that's worth more than $14 an hour. It isn't like the fucking pharmacies ain't making their fucking
after my year, they bumped me up 30 cents. Not $1, not $2.
Yeah, I love that how bosses come up to you and are like, look,
you've been doing a great job. You want 30 cents?
Yeah. This is gonna
an hour?
Your life. It's gonna change your life. This is $5 a slice.
Yeah, but those poor people are usually just they're just bringing the messaging that's coming down from corporate, and everything's corporate nowadays, and in a lot of cases, corporate bullshit doesn't. I mean, sometimes there's places where you can get some better benefits or whatever, but there's a lot of downside to it.
I was almost one of the youngest CVS corporate workers in history, but it didn't happen. Wow. I got offered this program from my store manager, and she was like, hey, they say to only recommend people that they think would be really good at this. And I got into the third interview phase, which was the final interview phase. And I didn't get it, but they hired, I think 10 or 20 people out of 10,000 people who applied.
Wow.
So, I mean, that chance is so slim but I got to the final interview and not everyone even gets past the first one. So I mean, it's cool, but it's also like, what the fuck? You know, because if I had gotten that, I probably wouldn't be doing porn. I'd probably be on a laptop somewhere, you know,
Yeah.
at a Starbucks or at home or something.
Yeah.
Working
Oh,
on,
I mean,
you
shit.
know.
Why can't fucking do both? I don't give a fuck person
How
handling my
about you?
medication.
But like, you know, I would, the main reason why I got into porn was at the start was, you know, money. You know, I was making 14 an hour, barely getting by in Raleigh, North Carolina. That's where I moved from, by the way.
Where you at now?
Vegas.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, you're in a better spot for that kind of thing if you're
Yeah.
doing that. Yeah. I
How
was gonna
about
say
on the
I don't
medical
imagine that there's a whole lot of big companies working in the Carolinas trying to shoot porn.
There is one. There is one.
Oh,
It's,
is there?
Colby Knox. Colby Knox is a
Okay.
gay studio, though.
Yeah.
They only shoot gay porn. So,
Well, I bet
you
well,
know,
there's also probably a huge demand from closeted folks down south in the Bible Belt. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
they always say, like a lot, like a huge amount of like the porn that's like
And
purchased.
also, the people who complain about it the most are the ones who probably watch it the most.
exactly.
Oh yeah,
That is very true. That is very
Yes.
true.
you hear that with like the preachers and stuff.
Yeah.
Who they rally so hard against it, and then you find out that they have like a fucking boyfriend the whole time.
Yeah.
You know, like they have a wife and kids, but they got a dude that, you know. I mean, that's fine if you get your head out of your ass and just accept the fact that
Just acknowledge it and accept it. And Autumn, with your pharmacy tech stuff, have you ever thought about on your OnlyFans doing like a pharmacy tech gimmick? Like you're just sitting, like just slinging like pharmacy tech stuff, and you can
So
pretend that you take
you gotta be
custom
careful
orders.
with medicine, even if it's like fake. You
Yeah.
have to be careful with medical stuff.
Okay.
So
I'd imagine that somebody could try to act.
If you were to upload like any like pill to like OnlyFans, and then you're like, no, this is like literally a sugar pill, they still strike you.
Really?
You know.
What if it's like, what if you don't even have pills? What if you're like pretending to just take orders? Like people like stream chat and go, hey, and you're just rolling up a bag.
I feel like they have to have some sort of fucking like there's like just
maybe
certain
for
things.
like kink. Maybe for like kink, I would do that.
That'd be a good one.
I did do a doctor scene though once.
Yeah, well, like I feel like the in the entire history of fucking porn, like how many times like the slutty nurse kind of thing had been done.
I didn't do the slutty nurse. I did the slutty doctor. I was the doctor.
Well, that works too.
You had the lab coat and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do a full like physical exam kind of thing.
Kind of. So basically, it was Sydney Screams, BBW star, like one of the top BBW models.
I'm familiar.
Yeah.
As a guy, I have a type. I like.
Hey, okay, all right.
I like the BB dubs. I've heard. I'm aware of her. But continue.
Don't worry, I do too. I mean, I like everyone, but it just keeps happening for some reason. I think someone's like, I think someone behind the scenes is like, hey, go follow Autumn and ask to work with her, and it happens, and I'm like, okay, that sounds great.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a chubby guy, so it just kind of like works that way, Yeah. And I mean, it's been I've dated like back in the day like thinner women and stuff like that, but yeah. I like a gal that looks like she enjoys like a bacon cheeseburger now and then, you know what I mean?
Yeah. But the scene with Sydney Screams was she had lost her taste, right?
Oh.
We were doing a taste test, right? So I was a doctor who was working on a medicine to help with taste. So what I did is I blindfolded her and I sat her on a couch, and in front of her were different types of like phallic shaped foods. So
of course.
There was like a banana. There was like one of those like donuts that are like shaped like this.
Smorgasbord of dick shaped things.
Yeah. So like on the third or fourth thing instead of it being like, 'cause I'm asking her, I'm like, hey, can you taste this? And she's like, no, I can't taste it. And then, and then on like the fourth one,
Yeah.
instead of the food, it's me.
Yeah.
And she's
I
like,
can really taste this.
I go,
Tastes
this feels weird, huh? And she takes off her blindfold and she does the Brazzers face, like, and then sex ensues.
nice.
It was great. It was one of my favorite scenes, actually. Super fun. I love Sydney Screams.
And where can everybody find that scene in case they're looking for it?
It's on Minivids. It's at TS Autumn Rain.
Nice.
You got like OnlyFans and stuff too?
I do have an OnlyFans.
May as well just plug it. I mean, while we're in the middle of it.
It's OnlyFans / Autumn to Bottom, but it's AWWTUMDA Bottom.
I'm sure if like people just typed in like Autumn Rain, that probably would
Yeah, that you'll find the same thing. You just type in Autumn Rain porn and
there you go.
Everywhere.
And with the OnlyFans, have you had any insane requests?
Oh,
I bet.
oh my God.
I
I've had
bet.
people asked to do incest role play. I've had people ask me to pretend I'm their sister. Like I've had black guys ask me to say the N-word, and I'm like, no.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We just
no matter what.
The last time I was on here, whoever the guest was talking about somebody trying to get her to do that.
Race play.
And
that
like
was Jocelyn Jane. Yeah.
And then there's just certain things that like, listen, I understand that everybody's got their thing that gets them off.
The thing is, interracial porn is fine, but there's a limit. You can't go. You can go too far in anything.
No, that's not. Well, that's not even. That's like distasteful.
Yeah. I've had people ask me to do play with balloons, and I've done that. I've had people ask me to do some.
Like how so? Are you popping them?
I blow it up, I pop it, I rub it on my body, I rub it in between my cock and stuff.
That's what I kind of figured, but yeah.
Yeah. I've had people ask me to do some really gross stuff. By gross, I mean fluids, and I'm like, So,
yeah.
I've had really weird requests.
I'm gonna ask because I know Jason in the stream. Shout out to Jason. Actually, we're on the live stream. Make sure you guys send some comments. There's a decent amount of you guys watching right now. Of course, Jason Rushman, he's our #1 fan on the show. We knighted him as the #1 fan at Exotica this year. We had him get the ship.
Wow, okay.
Jericho and Justice Jardin. They beat him with whips and rode him like a donkey and all that stuff.
He fucking loved it.
Yeah, and he loved every minute. And he said, "What's up, Autumn?" He said, "Love your outfit and hope you have an incredible night. You look amazing." And he always asks one question. So before he asks the question, I'm just going to go right to it. He always asks about pee. I know he's going to ask during this point. He always asks about it, and some girls are just
because that's his thing, bro.
Avery James, I love pee. I would have mason jars of pee. Just go. So it's very up and down. Like some people are like, no, but then some people are like, I could drink pee with my breakfast, and I'm like, all right, well.
Listen, there's an ass for every seat.
Yes,
but I'm good.
I was just looking you guys up on YouTube trying to find you.
It's Happy Hour Pod. That's normally I feel like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because there is several Happy Hour podcasts, Ray.
Yeah, that's the thing with the name. Like I carried it over from a TV show we used to do. So there's a lot of stuff with that name association. I always tell people always go to the website. That's the easiest way to find everything. So for those of you watching at home, the HHPod.com. Everything there, every episode we've ever had on YouTube, it's there. All of our links for Pod Nation TV, where you can find us on Roku and Fire TV, it's there. Our merchandise, go over and buy some. It's there. Also, subscribe to our YouTube. The third tier get you a chance to come on with any random guest. So we'll send you out
Ooh.
an article of merchandise, anything out of our merch store. Of course, Autumn, we will send you something out of the merch store. I'm always super backed up with that, but that's always a thank you for coming on to the show.
Yeah, right. Get your shit together, bro.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's hard. We've had,
dude, I know. I love like breaking your balls, dude. Relax.
we've done 200 episodes and we've had probably about 186 guests. So that's like, it gets to be a lot with that. So Autumn, what we're going to get into some of our gimmicks. So we're not your typical basic question answer show. We play videos, we do games, we do all kinds of, me being a wrestler, I was around gimmicks all the time. I had gimmicks all the time. So we do a lot of gimmicks. So what we're going to do, we're going to get into our February edition of Smash or Dash. So
it's like Smash or Pass.
yeah.
Same
So
premise.
what I'm going to do is I'm going to show a series of photos on the screen. Now, of course, Valentine's Day was this month, so it's the Valentine's Day edition. So it's a mix. There are 6. So if you've ever heard of the St. Valentine's Day Massacre, there's 6 gangsters, and then because of Cupid, 6 creatures with wings. So I'm going to show those up on the screen, and you're going to tell me whether or not you would smash or whether or not you would dash. So let me get these.
So you're asking a really weird person who's also very pansexual if she would smash or pass. So it's probably
this is nothing.
Fun. It's gonna be fun.
Autumn.
Yeah.
We had a guest. Who was her name? And every smash or pass or smash or dash like thing he put up.
She was like, yes.
Oh my god, she went into incredibly detailed of the like the fucking weird shit she was gonna do to each one of them.
Whoa!
And like,
great.
Yeah. And then
it was great as a guest, but
everybody's like, wait a minute. What the fuck is this?
She's like, I'd take him, I'd grab him by the ears, and I'd fucking piss in his face and then slap him around.
Whoa!
So you ain't gonna scare us.
So the first one is the one and only Al Capone. What about Al Capone? Smash or dash?
I'd smash.
Okay.
It's Al Capone. He can look at me funny and I'd be like, "Oh, I'm sorry."
Yeah, the only
the intimidation factor with him and the fact that he's so successful and he was such a big figure that does it.
The only hang up we had when we had with these last time was that I'm pretty sure it was like syphilis that killed him.
Yes. So it has
one Al Capone.
Oh no! I don't know about that one. Hold on.
3 syphilis.
We got a pump him full of some antibiotics.
Wait, let's back up. Let's back the car up.
Yeah, I mean, because it was like when he went to prison in Alcatraz, they said like his like mind, because I guess they probably didn't have treatments or whatever.
Why he didn't know where his money was. He couldn't find his fucking money. He didn't know where he hid all of it because of that. So I mean, his money.
They said Hitler had it too, and that's what made him like extra crazy. It's like it eventually, I guess, like starts rotting away your brain. But I think
is Bugsy Siegel. What about Bugsy? He's actually relative. I think he's the most desirable out of this whole list.
Yeah, he looks all right. He looks all right. Smash him. Why not?
Yeah, that's a handsome looking fella. Yeah. He looks like a very young version of FDR, Franklin Roosevelt, our president.
Yeah, that makes sense.
If you put him in a wheelchair and put glasses on him and age him like another 30 years.
Both of his legs and his back.
No, you gotta give him polio. We're gonna do it the proper way,
not polio.
Well, FDR had polio. He was still one of the best presidents we ever had.
And then the next is Mickey Cohen. What about Mickey Cohen?
I don't know about this guy. He looks a little spooky, man.
Yeah, it's also
he doesn't look like a gangster. He looks like a serial killer.
Mickey Cohen has not performed well in this. Mickey Cohen has not performed well. So before this is over, before this month is done, someone's going to smash Mickey Cohen. I still have hope. Somebody said yes to Tar Man in Halloween. So, and that was because he had nice teeth. And I'm like, so I have hope for Mickey because Mickey's not half as bad as Tar Man. So,
wow.
And fact check from the last time I was a co-host on here. When the last guest we had was Jocelyn Jane.
Yes.
When we brought up the Al Capone thing, she was very adamant about syphilis not being curable.
Yeah.
And just because we
Isn't
were
it?
just brought it up, no, it's curable with the right antibiotics.
Okay.
But like this was back in the early 1900s.
Yeah, it didn't have
Antibiotics were in their infancy.
Yeah.
But now it sounds like if you wanted to hook up with Al Capone, you just want to make sure he runs probably like a week or two worth of like some steady antibiotics and gets himself tested before, but then you should be good to go.
There we go. What about the one and only John Gotti?
Teflon Don.
Oh no, he's a little old. Maybe 20 years ago.
John Gotti has not done well.
Now listen. I do like me some silver foxes, but I can say he has not he has not aged gracefully.
Yeah, I think he's dead now, right?
But like
this was about the age he finally went to prison, though, so he had a good run.
A lot of people like his sons. Apparently, everybody says that he has very attractive sons.
Yeah, Jocelyn said that his sons are hot, and I guess because they're probably on that what's that reality fucking show? With like Married to the Mob or
Married to
where it's like
well, I didn't know that was a show.
And what about John Dillinger?
I don't know, something about his face I don't like. I can't explain it. I don't know.
That's like a sketch composite. Like I feel like John Dillinger is like a sketch composite. Tell me who shot you in the face. This man did.
I feel like he goes one way or the other. Like either they're like, oh, he's got that, like the eyes were like, like it seems a little dangerous, like that's a turn on, or it's a flip and it's like, which both assumptions are probably right.
So that wraps our gangsters. So now in honor of Cupid, we now go into creatures with wings. So first is Goliath.
Whoa!
Gargoyles.
God. Okay. Yeah. Listen. Like, this thing could choke me. All right.
Hey, listen.
Done pretty well too. Like I think Goliath and Bugsy Siegel. And what I want to do is with this gimmick, I want to take it and eventually do Smash or Dash the Tournament of Champions, which are all the most desirable ones from like the last year. And I think Goliath is going to.
Yeah, he's going to score very well.
And he has like a long tail. Like that tail can like, if he gets exhausted here, he can like,
just use the tail.
Yeah.
Like I'm a, straight run of the mill cis male, but I feel like if I had some gay tendencies,
he would do Goliath.
Yeah, like,
his wings just red as he just hammers.
Yeah. Like, if you're going to go, you're gonna go all in. Like he can take me.
And then of course there's Cupid, but this
that's just a picture of Ray or me.
Actually, last week we had
not this Cupid.
See, he didn't do well, but last week, and I always have hope for everybody. Not the one you were on, Matt, but Tuesday, our Valentine's Day episode, we had Eva Longone, and she said she felt bad for him that she would. And I was like,
a pity fuck.
Yeah, like
not a pity fuck.
That sounds awful. I'd rather just, you know what I mean? Like I feel like if I don't believe that I've ever gotten a pity fuck in my life.
He may even ask you to change his diaper. Like I know that's a fetish for some people.
Stop.
Like, look, just change me as I fire my heart arrows into the air.
Well, right, like you always say, we don't kink shame here, and I always say, I kind of do.
I won't shame it, but I'll say stop talking about it.
Yeah, I'm there with you. Because, like, it's like, ugh.
And then there's Harvey Birdman. What about Harvey Birdman?
Like, why not? I don't know what he looks like under that mask.
And you won't, because he ain't taking it off.
We can keep it as a mystery, I'm sure he's packing, he's got them nice wings. He could wrap me up with his wings,
Okay. Harvey Birdman has performed relatively well.
It's a solid choice.
Yeah. And then from the old 1980 show Flash Gordon, there's a character named Voltan. What about Voltan?
It was a movie, not a show, right?
Okay, so I don't know. So I'm not like very attracted to him, but something gives me the vibe. Something gives me the impression that he's
throwing some
phenomenal in bed. I don't know why.
It's that derpy face.
It's the derpy face.
It's like
I feel like he's extremely good with his mouth and that he has more stamina than he looks like he has.
That's fair. What if you also get Voltan, but the two guys behind him as well? Like, what if it comes in like
Oh Lord.
3-pack deal?
Sure, why not? I don't know what they look like. They got some weird looking masks on.
And then after that is Natara.
Oh my
Mortal
God.
Kombat.
Yeah, dude, we're all banging her.
Stop. Just
Yeah, we're all banging her.
that's like Italian hand, like
Yes.
please.
Yes.
Just
Mwah, chefs. Yes.
Yeah, chef's kiss.
spit in my face and I'd say thank you.
And last but not
Same.
the gargoyle from I Frankenstein.
What do I even do with that? I don't know, man. Like I feel like it's just gonna hurt. It's just gonna be rock.
Yeah, he's rock hard if nothing else.
I'm probably just gonna have to pass for the sake of my physical health.
Yeah, or like, you know, whoever is the artist behind that gargoyle, they should like they need a smooth, like, you know, it's one thing if it's like a marble statue, but like, you know, he looks like he's just carved out of like some stone.
We'll shine and polish the gargoyle.
Yeah, you gotta make the
do you go this way or do you go this way? Like how do you like?
I think it's probably a combination of both.
Like
shine, polish.
I mean, dude, like, you know, I think like, well, you don't really see like shoe shiners around really anymore.
A little bit of wax on, wax off on it, you know.
Sometimes at airports, go find, and I'm sure like you could bring that picture. Ask the shoe shine guy what he thinks, and he'll probably tell you to get away from him.
Yeah, I want to have a shoe shiner shine my shoes, but I don't have shoes that can be shined, so I just want to put like my Converse up there. Be like, hey man, can you shine these? And
I mean, I'm sure that they'll humor you.
Like, get out of here.
I'm sure they'll clean them. You know, I mean, I like, for me, like, even if that's an option, I'd rather not. Even though like the person signed up and that's their job, and obviously I would tip very well. I feel like I'd be uncomfortable feeling that it's like, yeah, shine my shoes, bitch. Kind of, even though like that's that person's job, I wouldn't feel comfortable about it. Like I'd rather, like, I mean, back in the day, you know, my father had like what's that shit? It's like got like a brush on the end, and like I guess like it's a little bit of paint.
Polished
and
it?
he had one at home that he would have for like his dress clothes. But
I used to have a polish kit because I was in ROTC.
Oh,
okay.
I had those shiny shoes that they would have in ROTC.
So you those shoe shiner. How did those shoes stay so fucking shiny? Like when I was in school, like you could walk down a hallway and you would see
have to be
kids' shoes, and it would be like blinding off the lights. Like, how did you?
I don't know the science behind it.
Was like, I mean, yeah, but like, you know, there's ROTC, right? Like it's military base, right?
Yeah, but you don't go into the military until like,
right. But either way, you're dealing with their level of how they like to keep things, regardless.
Yeah,
it doesn't matter what branch you're going into or whatever.
I was forced into it though. I was more of a theater kid myself.
Okay, that's cool.
I don't exude ROTC energy.
No, not really. Was it like parental figures that kind of pushed it along?
I'm a military brat.
Oh, yeah, but that's whack. I mean, like, I understand that, like, you know, you normally, like, I guess, like, your offspring, you would like them to be interested in something, but, like, you know, if they're not into it, they're not into it. Let them pick their own path.
No, I'm a pacifist.
Yeah, no, you got to have, like, I mean, even if you are like that, you know, in the military, no matter, like I said, no matter what you're doing, even if you're just a chef, you still have to go through basic training and shit like that. And that's like,
I do like exercise though. I just don't like cardio. That's what kills me is I hate cardio, but I like lifting and doing like the ab machine and doing like Stairmaster and doing
that's what's opposite with me
and stuff. But like I hate running. I hate running.
Running sucks.
Like running, but I've always been good with cardio. But and Matt knows this. Like I did pro wrestling.
Yeah, whoa, hold on. Whoa, what
I
kind
did-
of cardio does you? Whoa.
Yeah,
No,
right.
I did pro wrestling for 20 years, so cardio for me,
Oh, okay.
like I'm so like I prefer cardio over weights. Like everybody would be like, well, what about? I'm like, I hate weights. I don't like working out, but if it involves cardio, walking, running, doing
I do
whatever, like
walking.
yeah, like
Hiking.
you have
Yeah, hiking's fine. I'm too fat to fucking run. I mean, I really should like. I mean, but even when I was going to the gym and I was thinner, like I still didn't like run. I got on like the treadmills and shit, and I would do like 30, 20, 30 minutes, and I would just do hills,
Yeah.
and then do like some weights. I need to get back into it.
So
'Cause
basically, what you're saying is you had some junk in the trunk.
oh me,
You have the hills, like it's up at like a diagonal, and you walk that for like an hour. That you do that multiple times a week.
not as much
crap,
because I like I have gut and like my girl even posted it one time that it's like that picture of like Hank Hill from behind,
Oh God!
and it was like it's like
but-
this is what my man looks like when he's naked. And I like to fight as well for any of you bitches hitting his DMs or whatever. Not that there has been, but hey, I'll accept the compliment. I mean, it's
his milkshake also brings all the boys to the yard. That's also.
I'm a chubby bro, but like I've done okay. In my years on this planet, I'm not any sort of Rico Suave
I like
by
to
any.
think that there's a market and demand for any type of person.
Oh yeah.
Yo, yeah, dad bods are in and shit too. Like yeah, that's become like more normalized. Like, well,
Dad bods, bears,
yeah,
whatever.
like we're
We'll
like
take
that.
whatever title.
What kind of makes me mad because like I was thinner than I like in high school and shit. Like but everything's so
Yeah.
that's such a. Like the older you get, the more you realize like that's such a blip on things. But shit, chicks. I mean, I had one girlfriend in high school, but like I was also loud and fucking annoying and fat. So like I got all the girls. I always say like girls didn't like me until we all turned like 21. And then, alcohol helped a lot.
Speaking of alcohol, what I'm going to get into our featured drinks, which of course our featured beer, which concludes tonight. So that means Monday. We have a bonus episode on Monday. I'll be debuting a new featured beer. So this one is of course Famosa. I've had Famosa the last 3 episodes. It is imported from Guatemala. So go out, pick some up. It's amazing. I could sit here and drink a whole 6er of this. And last week I also, thank God, concluded on the Bacardi. So Bacardi is no longer our featured shot. So I went out and I wanted to recuperate a little bit from the Bacardi. So I went out and I got some Truly vodka. Look at this gigantic bottle of Truly flavored vodka. So it is Truly wild berry flavored vodka. So shout out to Truly. And it says this isn't just any flavored vodka. It's Truly's first ever flavored vodka, inspired by the Truly and love. We've blended delicious fruit flavors with triple distilled vodka to make a bold new spirit that's delightfully different. Enjoy. Cheers to drinking in full color.
What's the percentage on that?
Let's see. Where is that at?
Is it like because like I saw one like Twisted Tea has like some sort of fucking whiskey or some shit.
30%.
I mean, yeah, it's almost full strength.
So,
like it's like normally like
pop this
35 to 40.
I'm gonna try to pour this big ass bottle without dropping it on the floor or
I'll just drink it out of the bottle like a caveman, you fucking pussy.
I just did a little something real quick. I did a mass ping on my Discord and sent the live link.
Oh,
so
nice.
We'll have some people pop in.
Nice. Good.
Bottle like a caveman. Oh, I just heard that. I heard myself back.
Sorry.
Alarming.
It sounded like you said Peyton Manning. I was like, what was that?
Yeah, drink it straight out of the bottle like Peyton Manning would, you pussy.
Wow.
Hopefully some people will pop in. That'd be cool.
That's dangerous shit.
That
is good. That is really, really good. And Autumn, are you yourself, are you a drinker?
I'm a social drinker. I don't drink at home generally.
Okay. If you do drink, is there anything that is your go-to?
Tequila sunrise.
Oh, okay. That's a solid. That's a solid.
Little tequila, orange juice, and fucking grenadine.
Yeah, grenadine. Or if I'm feeling it, so that's like my casual bar drink. My club drink is a liquid marijuana.
What's that?
Oh, liquid marijuana.
Oh, look it up. It's crazy. It's got like lemon juice and like 4 different types of liquors, and then like it's just crazy. It's all over the place.
All right, let's see. Liquid marijuana. So liquid marijuana. So okay, that actually looks really fucking good.
It's dangerous because you can't taste the alcohol at all.
Oh, that
It
always
tastes
makes
like a
sense. That's what a
sugary-
liquid marijuana looks like. And
Yeah, that's it.
and of course the fruit looks like a marijuana leaf on the side. So
Well,
yeah.
they don't usually do that, but
Well, I mean, yeah, if that's your specialized drink at some place, but yeah, to do that all that bar prep to cut those fruits like that, Christ, I take all day.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like that, someone has skill. There's a lot of skill.
I like a tequila sunrise, but the only time I ever drink that is, and also when I usually drink a bunch of tequila is when I've gone on vacation to
There you go.
Cancun, Cozumel.
and
It's
then you're
like-
just trying to forget the vacation. Jeez, if you're drinking a whole bunch of tequila on vacation,
I've had some. I remember usually the first night, if you're there for like a week, is like the worst because you're excited because you're there. And
Yeah.
then, you hop in the fucking swim up bar and you're just like, hi, everybody. Oh, and you're just drinking everything.
I've
And
never been
Four
in a
times. We want to
bar.
go back. We haven't been in a while.
yeah, I highly like Mexico's dope. I mean, obviously, it's like resorts and all that kind of shit. And it's all inclusive, but like, it's a good time. Whatever. Anyway,
Definitely go. If you haven't went,
the first night I was there, I got hammered. And I guess I had a very interesting conversation with this one group of folks that were there, and I don't remember any of it. The next day, I was at like the swim up bar pool, and all day I kept seeing like a couple of these people like wave, but I didn't think they were waving at me because I didn't know them. And then eventually, one guy came up. He's like, "Dude, we've been waving at you all night. Like we talked to you guys."
no!
Well, he's like, "We talked." He's like, "We talked to your ass for like fucking 15 minutes last night while we were smoking cigarettes." I was like, "Did we?" And I was like, "I'm sorry." And they're like, "No, dude, you were hammered, but like you were good company. We had a blast. We went. They're like, come on, let's get some drinks." I was like, "Okay, cool." So
That's funny.
I was just drunk and having a good time. And then one other time, there's like from like where the main lobby is, there's a big wraparound like staircase that goes down to where the pools are, and it's cement. And like the one year, like I don't know, I missed like the last two, busted both my knees. And I've been drinking like so much all that day. Like there's a little deli there that's open 24 hours, like in case you come back to the resort hammered and you want to get a sandwich.
Yeah.
I went in there just to grab a bunch of napkins because
There's food everywhere, dude. There's always food.
Dude, they were just little scrapes on my fucking knees, but they bled like crazy because I had so much
You
alcohol.
think you're
in
dying.
me.
You're so drunk. You're like,
Dude, it was like fucking running down my legs into my socks and shit, dude. Like, and I was just trying to like dab some of it up so I could get, across the lobby and into my up to my room. Because there's poor people down there deal with enough. I really wasn't trying to have them.
Autumn, look, he was military crawling and crying as he was heading back. Like he's just in the lobby with those scrapes on his knees. Just
I got one other one. There was the one year we upgraded. We got it was like an oceanfront room, and on the balcony was like a little hot tub and a little like a little couch you could sit out there, and it was awesome. And I'm not sure what the fuck happened, but I woke up on the floor out on the balcony naked with a plate of food next to like nachos next to me. And I don't know how I wound up there. And I even asked my girl, she's like, she was shit faced too. She's like, I remember we stopped at the one thing to get some fucking grub to take up to the room because we were both so fucking drunk. She's like, I don't really remember what happened after that. And she's like, but I come out there and like you had stripped. She's like, I don't know. I guess you were under the like impression that we were gonna get busy or some shit. And, yeah, I mean, but hey, listen.
You said you've never been to Mexico?
No.
Well, there's a creature up there. It's like a relative to a raccoon, and Matt, you may have seen these. They're called quaddies. And
I saw it maybe at Ishkaret.
breakfast on our balcony one day. We had like a romantic breakfast on our balcony, and it got swarmed by these fucking quaddies. Like they literally climbed up the fuck. So here, let me find a fucking photo of these.
I've seen them, but I never saw them at any of the
adorable.
resorts. The only thing I would ever see was like iguanas and stuff like that. And like if you would go to certain places off like there, like they just say like, because the iguanas won't bother you, but don't go fucking with them. It's like like
So
they'll.
imagine these things just all storm you at one. Like they're adorable. You can feed them, but they're like
Oh,
kind of like a relative of a raccoon. Like
Yeah,
certain places in a resort, you can feed these things, but they get very violent for food. Like they're just kind of like, hey, look, we're taking this fucking food, and that's the way that it works. So, Autumn,
yeah, dude. I've seen them, but I never saw them anywhere near the resort. Like, you know what I mean?
oh,
Where did you stay at?
they were on the resort. We went to Secrets Now Jade and Secrets Capri also. And Autumn, have you traveled yourself? Have you been anywhere where like anything like kind of like went to shit while you were on vacation anywhere?
I've only been in the nation. I don't have a passport yet. I'm still in the process of changing my name.
Yeah.
But
It's a big country, honestly.
I've gone and traveled to like different cities, and then half the fucking people who I was supposed to work with canceled on me.
Well, like I mean, like you're
Just
in Vegas.
explore at
I'm
that point?
still.
Did you just explore at that point when they canceled it you on you?
Yeah, or I just know people, so I just went to like my friends or something. I have friends in pretty much every major city.
Nice, nice. I wish I knew that many people, but I don't know. I guess like yeah, you're younger. Like I guess like the older I get, the more like I kind of disconnect with people. I don't know what it is. And my wife is kind of saying,
You get
yeah,
older, dude. You don't feel like going and hanging out. Like,
now
Yeah.
it's just yeah, I don't. But also the industry that you're in, you meet a lot of people. Like I know pro wrestling. Like I know almost everybody in every state and certain countries from pro wrestling, that, wrestle and all that stuff. So it's understandable. So what I'm going to do real quick, Autumn, how are you on time? Because we normally run 2 hours. I'm not sure if Erica gave you a time length for the show or anything like that. Are you okay on time?
I'm good on time.
Okay, cool. So we're gonna get into we do news articles as well, like mess up news articles. I read the title and then I don't read the news article until we're live. So I base it off of the news article. This may be a cool story. So we're gonna read the news article and we're gonna react to it as I'm reading it. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna take a break after that and we'll get into our games. So
Okay.
so this one is let's see. So this one is a woman robs a Spring Hill bank with a Nerf style gun and
What?
just joking. So, this happened in Spring Hill, Florida. I know this is shocking. A lot
Of
of
course, Florida.
yeah, go belly up in Florida. It says a Hernando County woman's joke landed her behind bars after she robbed a bank, according to deputies. The Hernando County Sheriff's Office said on June 1st, deputies responded to a bank robbery at the Wells Fargo on Commercial Way. Deputies said that the employees told them that Vanessa Ortega, hopefully no relation to Jenna Ortega, entered the location at about 12:30 p.m. with a bright blue object that appeared to be a handgun. It says, according to the sheriff's office, Ortega pointed the object at the customers and bank staff before yelling, "This is a robbery! Give me all of your money!" Deputies allege that Ortega even forced the customer to give her all of her money, saying, "Put all of your money in my envelope." Wait a minute. This chick has a bright blue, like Nerf gun type thing, and she's got like this Nerf gun to like some woman. Like,
is there any pictures of this?
I'm gonna look. I'm gonna look see if there's pictures. But I'm sorry, but I am not giving you money if you have any kind of gun that looks like a toy gun, much less a Nerf gun. Like who failed at this bank of letting this woman do this? And it says, however, when she got to the teller window, Ortega said she was only joking before withdrawing $500 from her own account, investigator said,
Uh,
left the bank. So, So she walks in, puts a gun up to Jennifer's head, and goes, "Put all your money in my envelope." And it's like, "Oh no, wait, I'm sorry, I'm just kidding."
Yeah, she bitched out.
Yeah,
She bitched out. But like, you can't run that back. I mean, like, I guess if it wasn't successful, like maybe the judge will have some mercy on you when it comes to sentencing, but you're still gonna fucking get it. You know what I mean?
yeah, yeah. It says the sheriff's office said the bank easily identified Ortega because she was a regular at the bank, and upon reviewing surveillance video, the deputies also recognized Ortega from previous In addition to the bank robbery call, deputies also got a call about a verbal disturbance at another place. The sheriff's office learned that Ortega was also involved in that disturbance as well.
Oh boy.
And, yeah, and detectives said that after taking Ortega into custody, she admitted to yelling about the robbery while wielding a Nerf-style toy gun, which she says she uses for her own protection.
What?
However,
Is she okay?
I don't
No,
think-
no. The short
think
answer is
so.
no. There's
Like,
some.
So
Oh,
something's going on up there.
Yeah, I feel like therapy and maybe a psychiatrist visit might have avoided a lot of this, but like,
Yeah. All right. So, oh Lord. Okay. So this is the woman. So they have a police photo of the woman in question. So
I just want to
kinda
see
makes
the.
sense when you see the photo. So this is her right here. So that, I guess this was after she got arrested. They confiscated her protection gun, which she used to defend herself. So I really don't see, like, I don't know.
I mean, did she roll in there with like? Well, I mean, listen, if you're gonna bother doing it, you have to have something covering your face at least.
Like what kind of Nerf gun is this? So now I need, all right, so Nerf gun. So let's see, Nerf guns. So like what kind of Nerf gun? So if you were, okay, so we're gonna pull these up. This is the arsenal of Nerf guns. If you were to rob a bank with a Nerf gun, out of all these, which would you choose? Because I don't know. Like there's a lot of selection.
Probably the
Honestly,
second one.
you scroll up,
Scroll up. Scroll up.
scroll up.
No, up. The second one.
Second one,
No,
this one right here?
or the one that those like handgun looking ones in the middle. Honestly, that blue one, even though it would be orange and blue
probably
and
had
all
to
that
throw it
kind of
in.
horse shit.
It says
Like-
Fortnite on it.
Give me all your damn money.
Give me
it
your
to me.
fucking V-Bucks.
I know, but like
And that's
the
like a
way
hell
the
of a
way you
gun.
could deck
That's like a
out
hell of a-
like handguns and shit like anymore these days, like it kind of like people aren't really for sure. Like, which like I honestly I don't
Come on,
know.
Deborah. Give me your money right now, Deborah.
I'm not a firearm legislator or enthusiast or of any kind, but like I
Right.
feel like all firearms got to be kind of like gray or black.
What the
You
fuck?
can't dress them up in other colors, so that way we know which one's the Nerf guns. You know what I mean?
Jesus God. Like so all right, so Autumn, you're just minding your business. You go into a bank and you're just minding your business, you're making a withdrawal, and homegirl just comes in with her blue Nerf gun and she's like, give me your money.
Well, it depends on how tall she is. I'm 6'1". If she's like this 5'3", I'm like, sure, I'm a pacifist, but I want to protect myself. If some bitch is getting in my face and like threatening me, I can use that in the court of law.
Yeah.
Hey,
Do a ninja move. You take the gun from her and you turn her own Nerf gun against her, and she's like, please, please,
I
please.
just grab her
don't
shoulders.
kill me."
I have a hard head, so I just grab her shoulders and I'm like, lady.
A good old fashioned hip. Oh, that's great. Like that would be the best. Like she's sitting there, the teller is on his hands and knees. She's like, put all the money in a bag, and she has a plastic, and you just run up and you're like, just like head butter, just straight to the ground. But like head butter repeatedly. Like she's down here, da, da.
I don't want to hurt myself.
Jesus Christ. Like what? Like I don't understand like how anybody bought into that at all.
No.
Like but so what we're gonna do real quick, we take a short break. So we're gonna play some ads from some of our friends. If anybody needs to grab a drink, use the bathroom, something like that. Normally about a 4-minute or so break. So for those of you watching us live, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna take a quick break, and then we'll be back with our game segment, Ode to Humanity, which is always a blast. So what we're going to do real quick, we're going to take a quick break right here on Roku, Fire TV, and of course YouTube Live, and we'll be back in about 4 minutes right here with Autumn on the Happy Hour podcast.
What's up, ladies and gentlemen? It's CJ Love from Real Life Triple X, and even though they say happy hours between 4 and 7, happy hours all the time when you guys go check out the Happy Hour podcast, only on YouTube.
Hello, I'm Dennis with Checker Spot Brewing Company. We're located at 1421 Ridgely Street in Baltimore, away in the shadows of M&T Bank Stadium. Open 7 days a week with locally crafted beer.
Derek Sharp, the owner of Curtain Jerker Designs, who does an amazing job. I'm blown away every single time, and his speed that he has getting everything back to us is immaculate.
Hit up Derek with Curtain Jerker Designs.
Look no further than Curtain Jerker Designs. Make sure you hit up Derek.
Derek Sharp, man. Hey, just want to say thank you for the posters, all the hard work you put into, man. We really appreciate you, man.
A shout out to Derek Sharp from Curtain Jerker Designs. Yo, dude, just want to say, this poster, off the hook.
Hey, what's up, players? This is Hall of Famer Teddy Long, and I want to give a big shout out to my man Derek over there with Curtain Jerkers Designs.
If you are looking for the best graphics, the best designs, look up Curtain Jerker. I did.
Curtain Jerker Designs. That's who I use for any of my graphic designs, and you should too.
Thanks, Curtain Jerker Designs.
Big old shout out to Curtain Jerker Designs. You see that? You see that beauty? That's all you, Curtain Jerker.
Hello, wrestling promoters. The Big Valboski wants to give you a big tip. If you're looking for a graphic designer to do your next events, promotional posters, hit up Derek at Curtain Jerker Designs.
A lifelong wrestling fan.
And the best part of it is that it's totally free. No sign-up costs, no hidden fees, just endless podcasts.
Really?
Pod Nation, take me to your podcast.
Hey guys, this is Dan Ferrari, and you're watching the Happy Hour podcast.
Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Happy Hour podcast. Of course, we're here on YouTube Live, as always. Of course, Matt Fischer from Scissor Fist is joining me today in the guest co-host chair. And of course, Autumn Rain is our featured guest. So Autumn, thank you again for coming on. I hope you're having a good time. So what we're going to do, we're going to get into our game segment. So we play a series of games with all of our guests, probably about 5 games or so. So we started off with a game called Extreme Personal Question. So it has two questions on the card, question A and question B. You don't know what question you're going to get until you choose A or B. So what do you think? Question A or question B?
B.
You said B?
Yes.
Okay, so what is the most personal question you've ever asked a doctor? What is the most personal question you have ever asked a doctor?
This is funny because I asked the doctor who did my top surgery, who gave me, big tits. I asked him if he is friends with his patients after they're no longer his patients, because he's not a primary doctor, right? He's a surgeon. He's a gender surgeon. So I asked him if he wanted to cosplay with me, because he did a vampire cosplay once, and I've done vampire cosplay, and he was like, yeah, that's fine. I was like, all right, so he posts on Instagram pictures of his house on occasion. He's got a really nice house, and I was like, well, would you want me to go there? Do you want to come here? Like, is there like a place you want to shoot? So basically I was asking like indirectly if I could come over. He's hot as fuck. Okay. You want to pull him up? you want me to like show you on Google just how good looking this man is?
What's his name? What's his name?
John Brocious.
John, how do you spell Brocious?
Brosious.
John Brocious. All right, MD. Okay. Oh, is he tattooed?
He's tattooed. He's
Okay.
silver fox. He's thin, but he's got a little bit of muscle. You know, he's a very good looking man.
All right, so here we go. So we're gonna go ahead. We're gonna pull up John Brocious, and people can get some.
Yeah, that's ooh,
Look,
that's
look,
the
look.
man. That's the guy.
Yeah, he's all tatted up too. Geez.
I know. Yeah,
like
so
this.
I kind of wanted to
one
get
tattoo. Like now he has the tattoo there. So yeah, like he looks like he could be a tennis player. Like I feel like he gives off tennis player vibes. Like
I was trying to get some, but like I was trying to be casual about
I just
it.
realized I muted myself. I don't know about fucking tennis, dude. How many goddamn people you see tatted up playing tennis?
Hey,
of all things, man.
Tattoos are making their way into baseball now. So I could say, oh look, he's about to take a dip right there. So Autumn.
Yeah, but he's like a plastic surgeon essentially.
Yes.
Yeah,
He's a gender affirming surgeon. So yes and no. It depends on how you view
And
it.
then there's
I'm just speaking in generalities here.
Who's that guy?
That's John Brocious, MD.
That's a different John Brocious.
Could you imagine someone's like, I'm gonna go find John Brocious, and then they find that guy, and they're like, damn it, Autumn lied to me.
Autumn lied to me.
I mean,
I'm sure someone would find him, you know, attractive.
Yeah, he ain't a terrible looking guy. Why you gotta be mean to him, right? What the fuck?
Have to be mean every so often. Imagine you go, you're like, oh man, this tattooed fox, John Brocious, and then you see that guy, and you're just like, wait a minute.
I mean, listen, if I'm being operated on, I'd probably trust him more. But you know, I mean, that's also like my own. You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, I don't know. I think I might preposition John Brocious like that. Like, I don't know. That dude comes in, especially like he's giving me a physical.
I feel like I could be way more open
like,
and honest with something like that. Like for instance, like my primary care doctor, I've been going to him since I was a kid. His son is working on taking over his practice, and I haven't yet, but I want to tell them like, hey, I only want to be seen by his son. Reason being, his son's like closer to my age, and I just feel like more comfortable talking to him. Whereas like his father, I've been seeing since I was a kid, so like there's like that like the elder kind of thing. Like it's like, oh, you're in here and you know, you didn't like lose much weight from the last time you were in here, and like I feel like I've disappointed him. I feel like ashamed, but at the same time, it's like I gotta come in here because like, you know, he writes me my script for my antidepressants and shit like that. So I know he's not intentionally it's more me and how I'm responding to it. He's just matter of fact. He's a doctor.
Yeah, he's not the problem.
Well, yeah, and I mean, he's not saying anything that isn't untrue. It's just I don't want to hear about it. Like, bro, I know. Like, I know. Like, you don't even have to say it. I already know.
And of course, we're here live on YouTube Live. Of course, shout out to Faye. Faye seems like I've never seen Faye before, and shit's complicated. So I don't know. They may have came over from Autumn's. Autumn posted this. You said, where did you say you posted it to your
Discord?
Discord. Okay, so they probably came over from her. Faye said, "Hey, Autumn," and then shit's complicated. They said a couple of things. I don't know if you know what any of this means, but I don't know what any of it means. But he said hood slam in Oakland was a question mark, and then he said, it's just a prank, bro defense," which I don't know what that
They were
was.
talking about the bank robbery thing with the Nerf gun.
Oh, that makes sense. Mind you, I've had 5 concussions and I drank, you know, that shot kind of did me in. And then he said end strike night finder could be pretty messed up if you switch out the spring. So yeah, with the gun, the Nerf gun or whatever, if you switch that shit out, like it could be a legitimate threat. So now there's question A. So question A is now up in the air. So Autumn, what you get to do is you get to choose myself or you get to choose Matt to answer question A.
You can answer question A.
Okay, so question A is, if you were granted one sexual superpower, what would it?
Oh, I would have loved that one. God damn it.
I would love.
You can answer it too.
Yeah. We'll let you answer.
Yeah, I mean, there's no real rules to this.
I would love to have a jackhammer dick with a pull cord, and like you literally like you pull this thing like a fucking lawnmower, like, and I want to be able to pull this thing like a good 10, 15 times before finally like the choke gets it ready, and it's like, and I can just rooter the shit out of people all day, every day. So Autumn, if you were to have a sexual superpower, what would it be?
I would have the power to transform myself or anyone else's bodies at will to whatever they want.
Yeah.
Like Mystique.
So basically, you're like, you want big titties? There you go. You want a bigger cock? You want a smaller cock? There you go.
You're like a walking Weird Science. If you've ever seen Weird Science, you're like the walking. What do you want? Here,
what do you want? I am the world's most powerful surgeon.
Yeah,
I can touch you and you can have it. You want big giant bimbo lips? There you go.
I want this tattooed doctor. Okay, wait a minute.
It's like Mystique in X-Men. Like, but like, was it like Magneto was like always like pushing her to not do that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, if she was my girl, and like, like, hey, I'm just gonna switch. Like, it's still me, but like, she's switching into this.
Learn a lesson in Deadpool, though. Deadpool's totally gonna kill her in Deadpool and Wolverine. Like that's gonna happen.
See? Well, it's a different one. I mean, I don't know who the action. I don't know the original. Well, that doesn't matter. We're getting off topic here. I'm just saying, it would be awesome to have a girlfriend that like that would do that for you, and like there wasn't like some sort of jealousy or not feeling
so at that point, like, do you
know what I mean, like where like jealousy or like not feeling like you're enough kind of thing, like if you were just down for it for funsies,
would you become jealous of a character that you could become?
Wait, like
let's say you're with somebody and they keep on asking you to become a certain character or a certain person. Like, at some point, do you kind of get jealous of that one particular person they keep on asking you to become?
Probably not, because I can change myself at will.
That's true.
Yeah, I mean,
like I people like what they want and what they like, and sometimes people have an ideal. If I had the option to have this person, whatever, it depends on who it is. If it's my girlfriend, I mean, she tells me like she wouldn't change physically anything about me, right? So if my girlfriend were to be like, hey, I want you to do this, I want you to do every like 10 times in a row, it's the exact same thing, I'm like,
maybe are you into this more than actually me?
I mean,
it's nice to have a treat once in a while, but
I feel like that wouldn't really bother me that much. But you never know.
Okay, that makes sense. The next game is Never Have I Ever. So have you played Never Have I Ever?
Yeah, it's been a while. I don't remember how it goes exactly.
All right, so it's 3 random cards drawn out of the deck. And if you've done it, raise your hand or take a drink. If you want to give an explanation, you can. If not, we will not hate you for it. So, first one is, never have I ever lied about my occupation. Never have I ever lied about my occupation.
I do porn. Come on.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes sense. I was like, I haven't because I've never needed to. If I was doing like porn or something like that, I don't necessarily know that it would be like lying about what you do. It's just like not telling someone.
There's not many in these where I don't drink, so that's actually one of the rare ones where I don't drink. So with that being said, the next one is, never have I ever had sex on my lunch break. Never have I ever had sex on my lunch break.
I actually haven't.
I have sex in 30 fucking minutes. God damn.
Well,
I can do it a lot faster than that.
Well, Matt, remember I said earlier on in the show that I worked at a bowling alley. So mind you, you have a lot of young people at the bowling alley, and I was a mechanic. Now, if you're in the bowling alley, you're in the mechanic area, there is so much noise that you could do
You clap some cheeks without anyone knows.
anything, and nobody would hear it. So there were many of times where
Take it easy, Ray. Like the way you're saying it, like,
waitress or lane servers,
like there was plenty of young kids from either door back in by the. And then I would just feed their corpses into the fucking bowling fucking pin center. And no one would see them again.
That's why the bowling alleys always mess up. That's what always happens.
And bowling is like, it's fun, but yeah, there's a level of, I think, of like creepiness to all of it.
There is.
Yeah.
Definitely is. So the last card is: never have I ever given alcohol to minors. Never have I ever given alcohol.
I waited until my 21st birthday. I was one of those.
I mean, I have, but it's like, all right, let's say you're 21 and you have a house party and you have people there that are like 19, which I totally did because like you're close in age.
Oh yeah.
That's different than like,
I would be too.
And now if I went to a liquor store and like there's like some fucking like 15-year-olds playing Hey Mister outside, I ain't the one. You know what I mean? Like I go party and shit, but like I'm not gonna be the one. Sorry for being a buzzkill, guys, but like it would I would worry about it in my conscience. You know what I mean?
Makes sense.
I mean, we got my boy's sister, and then we had one buddy of ours, and like he was like he was shaving daily from like the age of 13.
Oh my
god! Like like there was like one sketchy liquor store.
I'm so happy that I never had to deal with that.
Oh no, he's just a furball. I mean, even like now, like he wasn't back then, but like you see him with his shirt off now, it's a little alarming.
I worked so hard to get my beard the way it is because when I was younger, it used to be patchy. Like there would be like just like a random patch here that wouldn't connect, and it would bother me so bad all the fucking time.
Yeah, I mean, dude, all this, like I got the chin strap, like trying to line any of this up. Yeah, I
can't do it myself. I make the barber do it. I cannot do it myself. I have the barber do it because I will fuck that shit up so bad. So
like my homie in high school though, like if we knew we were drinking and partying that week, we knew there was one place he could probably walk in there and get beer. Like he would like even if it was like a week and a half away, his planning would be he would not shave. And like I would drive him up there and like motherfucker come out 2 30-packs. And I'm like, God damn it.
So
like, boy.
What we're going to do now is there is a game. It is a staple game right here on the show. Of course, every year, if you do well at this, we will have you back for it. Every June, for those of you who are new to the show, every June, we invite back 30 former guests for what we call the HHPod Rumble, which we play this game. We have 30 former guests. They have 30-second intervals and 15-second intervals to answer the cards. If they don't, they are eliminated. The last person standing is deemed the Rumble Pod champion, and I get a actual legit customized championship belt made up, and I send it to the winner, and they have a championship belt. Kind of like
it's mine this year. God damn it!
Yeah.
God damn it! It's mine this year.
Shout out to Jupiter Jetson and Johnny Goodluck who won in 2022 and 2023.
Everyone's gonna feel the Matt Fischer big boot upside their fucking head, and I'm bringing the goddamn title home.
And the game is called Incoherent. So pretty much what it is it is a series of cards that are in drunken lingo. Basically the way you would say something in drunkenese. So you're going to sound them out, try to figure out what they say. One or two things is going to happen. You're either going to go like that, or your brain's going to shut down instantly upon looking at the cards. That's normally what we see when we pull this game up. So let me go ahead and get these cards ready.
This might be hard because these glasses are fake. I actually have prescription glasses.
All right. So what do you think this says?
So speak as if this were like someone who was drunk, right?
Yeah.
Say it was drunk. I always say, try to say it fast, but what kind
suck
of
my ass.
Ting.
Is it suck my ass?
It is suck. Suck is the first part.
I got it.
One of the hints is a
Suck me
slurping.
off. Suck me off.
Yes, it is suck me off. All right.
There you go.
Yeah.
I was like, this one's easy.
Here, oh, that's not. That's
That's an old episode. Cool. We
That's
want to
an
watch
old
that.
episode. So, what is this one? I just hit the arrow the wrong way.
Oh Lord.
One of the hints is like a cowboy.
I think I might know it. I think I might know it. Should I answer?
If Autumn taps out, if she says she taps out, Matt, it'll be yours.
Got anything, Autumn?
I don't have anything.
You want to throw it over to Matt?
We're riding dirty.
Riding is the first word. It is not riding dirty. So if you're doing it like a cowboy, you're what? You're riding what?
How do you get ride from we're?
We're the
Well, it's like I thought it was we're riding dirty. We're hiding 30.
Readying.
I don't like this one.
You guys tap out?
Yeah.
It is riding the D. Riding the D. Riding the D.
We're hiding the. I was close enough. God damn it!
And then what is this one? The hints are lots of late night activity. And then also when you're trying to build up your body count.
Sex something.
Sex. It is a word with sex.
Oh, I got it. Can we do it? Can we answer it? One.
Sex through the something. That's all I got.
I got the answer, Ray. Want me to go?
What do you
Autumn?
think?
Autumn, you want me to?
I'm not going to be good at these because I'm a very
fine.
difficult person.
It's sexually active.
It is sexually active. It is
Oh, God damn it.
That took me a minute too.
Sexually active. So, of course, this segment is called Ode to Humanity. So, Autumn, have you ever played Cards Against Humanity?
Of course I have.
Okay, so you know what you were getting yourself into. I ask people all the time, they're like, no, I've never played that. I'm like, you are in for a treat.
I'm 25. Come on.
So, pretty much we can't have cards in front of you. So, kind of like the first game, we do it roulette style. So, I'm going to read off the face card, and then you're going to choose a number between 1 or 6 that is going to roulette style answer that card. If you don't like the answer, you get 2 rebuttals to choose 2 other cards.
So many games.
The first card is members of New York's social elite are paying thousands of dollars just to experience blank. 1 through 6. Let's see what we come up with. What do you think? Number 1 through 6.
4.
4? All right. So, members of New York's social elite are paying thousands of dollars just to experience crushing Mr. Peanut's brittle body.
God, what kind of sadistic motherfucking... I could see that, though. There's some weird fucking people out there.
So, are you satisfied with that, or do you want to rebuttal and choose another card?
I don't know what these cards say. That's a lot of effort. I'm just gonna go with it because it doesn't sound awful. Because that's gonna take up too much time.
All right, so there's a second one. We always do a second round for this. So the next one is what's my anti-drug? What's my anti-drug? So 1 through 6.
5.
5. What's my anti-drug? Uncles. Uncles is my anti-drug. So are you satisfied with uncles, or do you want to rebuttal?
No, I don't like that. we're gonna go with 2.
2. All right. What is my anti-drug? A death ray. A death ray is my anti-drug. So are you satisfied with Death Ray, or do you want to choose?
That doesn't make sense.
Doesn't have to.
I'm gonna do 3.
3. All right, so 3. What is my anti-drug? Bill Nye the Science Guy.
Yeah, let's go with it. Bill Nye the Science Guy.
I would pick that too. That's a good one.
Yeah, Bill Nye is awesome. I don't care what anybody, like, I love that, like, he kind of briefly made a comeback recently. Because
no, he's back. I like when he's yelling at people, because there's the one about like it was like global warming and shit. He's like, the earth is on fucking fire. Like he's like, I didn't have a problem teaching you kids about photosynthesis back in the day. He's like, well, like, we gotta be adults. I don't know. I fucks with Bill Nye.
Yeah, Bill Nye is the fucking man. So what we're gonna do, we've been going through a compiled list of 800 terms for the penis. So, Autumn, I don't know what all you've heard for names for penises and all that, but we've had like a decent amount. We're on the letter K. So letter K. So I think, where did we leave off last time? So all right, so we left off right here. So we're gonna start off. We're gonna read off these 10, and you're gonna let me know whether or not you've heard any of these considered for the penis. So the first one is King's Sword. The King's Sword. Have you ever heard anybody consider their penis the King's?
I've heard sword, but not King's Sword.
He just holds it, just stands in the air.
Rips his cock off on accident.
Let's see. So the next one is Kipper. Kipper.
Kipper?
Yes, Kipper.
It sounds like a food or something.
Sounds like a dog. Come here, Kipper.
Oh yeah, I can see that.
You just sit there. You're like, come here, give me Kipper. Come, look at Kipper. Like, just like I don't know. And then after that is Kitty. I don't know why. Like
Kitty.
I could see calling the pussy a kitty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not sure about the
Ray. Every time that we do this, I need names. I'm still mad because there was I was on an episode. We were going through the letter H on names for fucking penis, and hog was not in there.
Oh, I hate it when people say hog.
I understand that, but I'm just saying, like, I'm like H. There's what? How is there not a hog? You know what I mean?
That person
like now,
hog. They're just
and
like
now there's Kitty. Like, was this just put together by like a fucking like AI that doesn't know?
Probably.
Yeah, I feel like this is like because like they say like that's happening now, like some YouTube compilation videos when it's about like celebrity shit that they have AI that develops a bunch more videos because people will watch it, and that I feel like this article was written by AI, and here you are, you're spreading misinformation again, Ray.
The next one is
nobody calls their penis Kitty.
I've heard knob. I think
knob is common. That's like that's more of a European thing.
Yeah, and then after that is knob goblin. Knob goblin. So
that's not a word for like your dick. It's usually one for who's sucking it. You know what I mean?
And then knobhead is after that. Like I mean, I don't know. You have the knob, you have the head. So knobhead kind of makes sense.
Fair enough.
And then there's knob carry. I feel like someone hated carry, so they put knob carry on here. And then it is knob stick. Knob stick is kind of equivalent to knob head. Then there is
like these names feel like a fever dream. What's going on?
Yeah, I say every fucking time he can run this by other fucking guests and shit, and they'll just go along with it. I fight it tooth and nail. I want him to send me the article so like I can look up like who wrote it and send them like a sternly worded email about how they fucking suck.
I just came across it. Yeah, I just came across it one day and I was like, I'm doing.
We're giving this non-fucking writing, uninformed motherfucker too much goddamn fucking attention by because like it's like this is like a fucking. You know, this is like playing golf.
That is so upset.
And the ball is on the side of the cup, and all you gotta do is tap it in. It's names of fucking dicks. And like, you could go through letters, like, there's plenty of acceptable fucking answers, but like.
So the next one is Kraken. The Kraken.
I mean, you're a douchebag if you call your dick the Kraken, but like, yeah, you can totally do that. I can see that.
I know of a dildo that's been called the Kraken. But...
Oh shit, that sounds fun.
Right, but there's probably some motherfucker with a giant fucking dick. But if they call their own dick the Kraken, I have a rule about this kind of shit. If people are actually using some of these terms to refer to their own penis, people need to stop fucking them.
Matt is so fired
That's
up.
the only way we can punish these
I love
idiots.
it so much. He's so
like if you're walking around like my dick is the Kraken, please stop getting these people off.
And last but not least, Kroll the Warrior King. Kroll the Warrior King. That is the last one.
That guy needs that guy. I feel like instead of he needs to not get laid, I feel like he needs to get laid. I feel like that guy just hasn't gotten laid.
Well, like it's also like it's a slippery slope. Like if you get if this dude gets laid after he's already naming his penis something like this, does that fix him or does that embolden him to continue with this silly shit? You know what I mean? He was like, dude, I got laid last night. That chick, she fucking loved it. With this stupid fucking name.
Don't enable bad dick naming.
Yeah. Don't enable any of these fucking dorks. Like, no, there's something wrong with them. They need to go work on yourself. Work on yourself and then come back.
And then, of course, in the live stream when we were talking about hooking up at work, Charles Louder, he said working from home during COVID, during a meeting, froze cam and they had a quickie. Whoa. So they were on a meeting at work. He froze the cam and they had a quickie. Like, could you imagine you do that and then somehow it just comes off a pause? Like,
I'd be worried about that. Like if you were working, like, I don't know, I'd feel like if I'm going to get like a piece, like, you know, if I'm working from home and you want to go like put the boots to the old lady, you do that, but like you, like even if you set something up on the camera to keep it, you take it in the other room in case things fall apart. And you know, you're not going for marathon status in a situation like that. You are going for like,
you're going for Kroll the Warrior King.
Yeah, like I'm gonna get my nut off. I hope that you do too.
and
if I don't help you with that, we will attend to this issue later.
Autumn, you've done VR. Of course, VR is a big thing. I got an Oculus just for VR porn. Like I just like it's unreal.
He's an animal.
Your experiences with VR. How was that? Because it's unreal. If anybody out there hasn't experimented with VR porn,
Wait, you know I've done VR porn. Have you been watching my stuff?
You think he doesn't? Listen, Ray is committed. He researches his guests.
I research everybody, and I have also been to the deepest, darkest parts of porn, because when you have as many guests as I've had on this show, you've researched so much that just seeing people have regular casual sex,
you can't get an erection anymore.
You need things like you need to see like an erector set of sex. Like that's like the human centipede of sex. That's what you need at that point, because
Ray ruined himself. He's going to be an animal the rest of his days.
Yes.
Yeah.
I blame it on the CTE. I really do. Like,
chair shots to the head and then talking to nothing but porn guests for fucking couple of years.
What was your question though?
So what was your experiences with VR? Like, I've heard various things. Like, I've heard that those cameras are very weird. The cameras
are a little funny.
Yeah, like they look like Johnny Five. I don't know who.
They're like binoculars, or you're staring into like Wally's face.
Yeah, like you're just Wally is on the other side with the flower, and he's just like, Eve, like Eve. As you're just.
I love that.
So what was it with the VR?
VR is definitely a bit more annoying, because usually when you're able to do like normal porn scenes, you're kind of like stretched out and stuff, because you have to like look good for the camera, you have to turn a certain way, you have to lift your leg a certain way, stuff like that. You got to pose. Well, at least you can be open. With VR, you're just like compact. You're there on top of each other. You're like fucking like
the camera is here.
Sardines, right? The camera's right here. So like instead of looking at like a camera lens, you're looking at like two ball lens. It's like a telescope.
Camera's like, fuck me, baby. Fuck me.
So you see that and you see like the guy or something, you just see like his chin, right? You see like his chin and his chest and his body, but his face is just box camera with with two lenses on it. It's great. It's hilarious. It is kind of funny, but it's hard to get into
him and put his head as a camera head. That's just
as a very sexual person. Yeah. I am kind of picky with my partners sometimes, and I generally prefer to shoot with people who I do have some kind of like sexual attraction to.
Yeah.
More often than not, I get to choose my partners with the studios that I've worked with. But sometimes they're just like, hey, Autumn, there's this person you want to shoot with, then I'm like, yes or no. And 9.5 times out of 10, I'll say yes. But every once in a while, I'm like, no, I'm good.
Well, I mean, like, if like, you know, I feel like they have to at least like attach some information. Like, this would be who you're working with.
Yeah,
blah, blah,
I mean,
like,
I look at their like Twitters and stuff, but sometimes I'm just not attracted to them at all.
They send you a name via carrier pigeon, and you're just like, I need to know who this person is.
Jon Snow.
Yeah. Like, wait, what? What is it?
Jon Snow? I would fuck the shit out of that actor.
It's funny that we talked about Wally. Like my wife, she recently went out and she got Wally, Eve, and Rapunzel as Lego figures. She also went out and I didn't realize. We went to the Lego store, and I myself, like, I've never been big in Legos. I did not realize how popular those Lego sets were. And I'm talking, we're in the Lego store, and they had like fucking Disney's castles, all kinds of shit. Autumn, have you yourself, are you a fan of Legos in any way? Because I wasn't when I was younger, and like I watched my wife put these together, and I'm just kind of like, this, like, I never knew that they leveled up so much with
I've had the Lego Star Wars game, the Lego Batman, Lego Harry Potter.
Nice.
Yeah, you know, I've built many Lego Star Wars things, you know, over time that my parents or whoever would get for me when we could afford it. Yes, I like Lego. I haven't played with Lego since I was in like middle school though.
Yeah, like, well,
and do I consider it a childish activity? No, adults can play it. I'm like, hell yeah, man. But I guess I got over it or something.
I never knew they had so many different pieces though, because when I was younger, like, Matt, me and you were about the same age. Like, when I was younger, it was all bricks. Like, I remember it just being all bricks.
Mega blocks.
Yeah, like now they have like if you build a house, they have like shingle bricks. Like, they look like fucking shingles and shit.
Yeah, there was like just you get like it was like a bucket of Legos, where you could kind of like build whatever you wanted, but it wasn't like their focus wasn't on like, here's a kit that builds this.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. I think there might have been some of that, but when I was I watched some fucking YouTube video that at one point Lego was about to like go fucking bankrupt.
Oh yeah,
and then someone took it over, and they got licensing agreements from like pop culture stuff, and that's when they started making like the Star Wars kits and all that. And then that blew it up, and then also getting like the Lego movie done and all that kind of shit.
Yeah, those games are
now they're like, but like they always were expensive. My parents never would buy them for me because they were just expensive as fuck.
Yeah,
back in the day, like I could talk.
They're
my
still
mom.
expensive.
Yeah, but like when I was a kid,
they were like fucking $400. Like, there was a really cool one they had, and it was Bowser. And Bowser was sitting there, and he was holding a Nintendo controller, playing a Nintendo that was on a TV, like an old school box TV. And
but like
himself was $270, and the Nintendo and box TV were $270. It was like $540 for this whole set. And it's like, it's cool, but I'm not sure if it's $540.
And the ridiculous thing is, they'll make like X amount, 1,000 of those.
Yeah.
And I have a friend whose husband does this now. Like, when they first release it, or you can pre-order it, he will, like, because I guess he's got the extra coin, he'll buy like 5 to 10 of that kit and then just sit on them. Like, because like they'll only make X amount of them, and then once like the market's like clean, like of like the ones you can just buy at like retail, like he'll like throw them up on eBay, and then whatever they were worth, he can like get an extra $150 out of each one.
Makes sense.
I mean, which is a little scummy,
right off the top of your head, you talked about the licensing stuff, Autumn, like with Legos and seeing what's out now. And I noticed this when I was in the Lego store. Matt and Autumn, like, what property that is super popular do you not see as Legos? And I guess they didn't get the licensing for them, and it blows me away that they don't have it as Legos.
I don't know.
I haven't been up to date with Legos in many years. So
you mean like WWE or something?
Well, actually, WWE is one. It's good they brought up Pokemon. Pokemon does not.
Really?
They don't have Pokemon.
Really?
Yeah, like they have like something that's called like Mega something where you like it's like a Lego type thing. I see them in Target all the time, but it's not Lego. So I'm guessing whatever that company was ended up getting, or maybe Pokemon owns that company or some shit. I don't know. But it blows me away because they don't like. I feel like that would be alone like that.
Well, even if someone else is doing that, how many years is the contract? And when the contract's up, if Lego sees a bunch of money to be made, and if whoever owns the fucking rights and properties to that Pokemon stuff, I'm sure that they could send them out a Brinks truck full of fucking money, and they'll all be richer than all of us combined. And the rich get richer, and the poor get poorer, and the owner, whoever owns all the Lego licensing, he'll eventually pay to like be shot up into space on a rocket ship. Like all the other rich pricks in this fucking world. Like you can just do whatever you want.
Yeah. Now, Autumn, of course, we brought up the Lego stuff. Is there anything kind of like, is there any like hobby or like anything you collect? Like right offhand, like,
Plushies.
What is it?
Plushies.
Smushies?
Plushies.
Oh, plushies.
Yeah.
Okay. Like, which ones do you have?
Yes. My bed is kind of filled with them.
Really? Like, is it any specific ones or just all kinds?
No, just whatever. If it's cute, I buy it.
Nice.
I've got llamas, alpacas, wolves, dogs, Pokemon. There you go, more Pokemon.
Yeah.
I've got JoJo's Bizarre Adventure plushies, the anime. This is a tattoo from that anime, right?
Huh?
I basically anything. I have squid. Yeah, I have a fucking squid. I just like plushies. Stuffed animals.
Those are great. You said they're all over your bed. Like, have you ever like do you sleep in your bed with those in there? And like, are they comfortable as fuck? Like, if you like roll over and like lay on those fucking.
Most of them are kind of in the corner, but I do have one that I kind of do keep sometimes, like next to me, because it's the softest. It's softer than any pillow I've had. It's this thick seal one. I could go grab it too if you want. I have this huge fat seal that's just
we'd love to see it. If you want to go grab it, we'd love to see it.
Yeah, sure, why not? I'll grab it.
All right, cool.
Oh, I'm excited now.
So Matt, like that reminds me kind of Squishmallows. Like we like. Have you ever heard like? Do your dogs? I know you have the two dogs. Do you have an issue with your dogs chewing up their toys like consistently?
I mean, if it's anything stuff, dude. Like, I mean, like, we have stuff for them to play with.
Yeah.
That they can't gut.
Because our dog, she like destroys every toy we give her.
Yeah, so do they.
And she will not, like, she'll bite into them and she just leaves them alone. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, there's.
I don't think that I could convince these savages to do that. Like, I have like two of these was like the Kong balls.
Yeah.
Like where there's handles on each side, and like honestly, they never destroyed them. Them sitting out in my backyard and like. A year or two of like sunlight and shit, because I would just kick them out of the way as I'm mowing the lawn. But like it fucked the plastic up a little bit on them. But like they're still, they haven't destroyed it. But anything stuffed, yeah, forget it. But they love that more than anything. Like if it's a stuffed animal that they can shred, like my dogs are into it. You want them to stop bothering you for like a good while? Give them one of that. I mean, yeah, you'll have to pick up all the fucking stuffing off the floor, but like they have a great time doing it, so it's kind of hard to like, you know.
I had to take the cape and stuff off. I was getting a little warm. I need to turn my.
I'd imagine so.
I got to take my heat down.
It's fine. So show us Neil the Seal.
Neil the Seal.
Oh, it looks just like Neil.
Look at the seal. Look at this. Look at this thick boy right here. He's thick. Look at him. So soft.
My family was doing the white elephant thing on like Christmas and shit. Like the one year where we don't do any of it anymore. Like, you know, we buy stuff for the little kids, but when we all get together.
No, guys.
But
go ahead.
I was saying that seal. That was my white elephant gift that I brought one year.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, I just saw it on Amazon. It was random as shit, so I just wrapped it. Anyway, continue.
The person in the chat is my girlfriend.
Oh, awesome! Is that Zatanna Bathory?
Yeah, that's my girlfriend.
Awesome, nice.
She's the one who took me to get my surgery done. I was talking about earlier.
Yes. Cool. So she knows about the doctor.
Oh, she knows. Oh, she knows Dr. B, as we like to call him, John Brocious.
That's going to be the name of this episode, Dr. Brocious.
Dr. B.
Yeah, Dr. B. It's going to just be Dr. B. Episode 211, Dr. B.
Autumn Rain and Dr. B.
And
that sounds like some weird porn name.
That will be.
I'm sure if you put it into a search bar, you'd come up with something. You know what I mean?
I'm sure he has an OnlyFans. He looks like the type that would have an OnlyFans. So Autumn, we're starting to run on time. We've gone almost 2 hours. We appreciate you coming on the show. Where can everybody? We got into a little bit of it early in the episode, but in case anybody missed it earlier, where can everybody find you? Don't give out your address because you don't need someone coming and being weird and taking Neil the Seal and just leaving and
where can everybody? That's the name of the seal. The seal's name is Cherry.
Cherry, awesome.
Want to know the story as to why that seal's name is Cherry?
Yes.
Let her rip.
Because my Discord admin sends me random pictures of seals every once in a while because they really like seals. So I bought a seal plushie and I named it Cherry, and their name is Cherry.
Oh, okay.
Shout out Cherry. In case
I like seals. They're the puppers of the water.
Oh my god.
They're the ocean puppies.
Yeah.
Yeah, they all look adorable. I want to pet them.
Neil the Seal is a menace.
Oh yeah, I've seen those. They're great. I love it. Like
menace.
I wish I had a Neil the Seal to come and terrorize my community by like knocking over road cones or just getting in the way. He doesn't seem to really do anything else other than just like get in the way. And like, I want everybody, like every time I watch it though, like I like that at least like the community there, for the most part, is like pretty respecting and gentle with him.
Yeah, that wouldn't happen in America. We're too fucked up.
It wouldn't happen where you fucking live. Yeah, it was out there like north of the fucking city. Yeah, motherfucker, someone would have shot that poor thing already.
So
that goddamn thing was blocking my driveway. I had to get down here with my job here. I had the shit plan today.
Autumn, where can everybody find you?
You can find me on Pornhub. Look up Autumn Rain. You can find me on ManyVids. It's TS Autumn Rain. You can find me on Twitter at AWWTUMDA bottom autumn to bottom, and that's the exact same for OnlyFans.
Awesome. And of course, we're going to be Matt, do you have any shows coming up, man?
All right. Tomorrow we are supposed to there's snow coming, but I think we'll be all right. We're going to the studio tomorrow. We're going to drop 2 more tracks on Yelp here in the coming next week, a couple of weeks, I guess. March 1st, we will be playing our first show in Richmond, Virginia at another Brown Barn Grill down there. It is their free metal night. So if there's anyone in the Richmond or Virginia area listening, come on by. Admission's free. The place has got good drinks and good food. I've heard nothing but good things. Our first time being there. Finally glad that we're getting down there. That should be dope. And then March 3rd, that's Sunday, we're playing a matinee show at the Depot in Baltimore. It's on a Sunday afternoon. Doors are at like 3. You come rock the fuck out, have a couple beers, and still be at home for dinner like 7:30, so you can take your ass to work the next day. I like the premise of the matinee Sunday show. I think it's a great idea. It's not a good idea to run during like the football season, but that's over with. Yeah. So, Ray, you should bring your fucking ass out, and anyone
I will.
Anybody? Yeah. It's I don't know what time we're playing or anything like that, but yeah, it should be doors at 3:00. It's a small little place off Charles Street up in the city. That's all we got for now, and then we don't have anything lined up until May. In May, we're playing at Bad Habits Bar and Grill. It's May 17th, I believe. No, the 18th. We're playing at Bad Habits Bar and Grill in Martinsburg, West Virginia, part of Appalachian Noise Fest.
Nice.
So, but
good stuff.
Yeah, dude, this year should be cool. We're on a lot of like cool festivals outside of the area, which is like dope. Like,
always great to expand. Always great to expand. So
yeah.
What we're going to do, of course, we're going to be back here again on YouTube Live, 100% live, as always. This coming Monday, I'm off myself. It is President's Day, so we will be here 8:00 p.m. Eastern. Our guest will be the runner-up in last year's HHPod Rumble, Allison Ray. She will be returning to the show for the second time, aside from the Rumble itself. That will be at 8:00 p.m. Eastern. Make sure you go over to www.thehhpod.com. That's the best way to find all of our content. There's a lot of happy hour named podcasts out there. HHpod.com.
There's only one that matters, though.
What's Matt?
I said there's only one that matters, though.
Yes. And make sure you press the subscribe button at the bottom of the screen here on YouTube. And also make sure, go back to our commercials. We have the QR codes for Pod Nation TV, where you can find us on Roku and Fire TV, and download directions are also on our website as well. And go out, get some merch. Your boy's broke. We don't make a lot of money off this podcast. Go out, pick up some merch. I'm going to be sending some stuff over.
Buy a shirt. They've got a lot of cool designs.
But
what would be your guys' opinion on me making like lewd clips or doing like hot selfies in the shirt?
Ray's all for it.
Like I turn into like a crop top or something.
Whatever you want to do. We have crop hoodies. So we actually have crop hoodies. Yeah. So what I'll do is we have all kinds of stuff. We have pint glasses, crop hoodies. We have yoga pants. We have all kinds of shit.
Send her something that says she can hooch it up, dude.
Yeah, whatever you want to do, I'll never argue. It's yours. It's our thank you for being on the show. So as I said, I'm a little backed up with a lot of that. I'll apologize now. We just have so many guests. It's hard because I pay for them all myself. So, but yeah, that's what I'm saying. Go out, get your boy, buy some merchandise so you can see Autumn and our merch doing that kind of stuff. So, but what we're going to do, we're going to go ahead and wrap up here. Autumn, can you hang out for 1 minute once we're done?
Sure.
Awesome. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to wrap up.
Here. And if you're out there, you listen to this. My band, if I didn't mention earlier, is Scissor Fist. We are Scissor Fist, one word. Facebook, Scissor Fist Metal. On Instagram, Scissor Fist Metal. On X, aka Twitter. Scissor Fist on YouTube. All that stuff. Look our shit up. Go listen to it. I hope you like it. Thanks, Ray.
That sounds like a lesbian wrestler name.
Everybody says that. We're going to go back. Remember, there was a whole thing about naming stuff and how difficult that is?
Yeah.
If you start a band right now and like let's say you're just hanging out with your band members, or 4 or 5 of them, anything that they suggest, believe it's taken. So, like, I remember when I first started jamming with these guys, they were like, we're going to call the band Gomorrah. And I was like, all right, there's already a Sodom. I know there's a Gomorrah with a record label. I was like, did you guys Google it? And they're like, no. I Google it. Yeah. And I was like, yeah, we can call ourselves that. And we might get a cease and desist. And then but we didn't want to be called like As Blood Runs Black or The Blood That Flows or like anything like that, where like a band, like a lot of bands are like a sentence now.
Yeah.
And this came up. And we were just like literally naming tools around there, like trying to combine them with something that sounded metal. It does sound like a lesbian sex move, and that's fine. But that's not. I mean, really, there's nothing else to it. It's just the band's name. There's not like an aha
I love
moment.
that she said it sounds like a lesbian wrestler name. That
I hear it all the time. I hear it. People
pop. She popped for tonight. So
well, no, my
the scissor fist. Yeah.
coming down to the ring, weighing at 126 pounds. This is Scissor Fist.
a lot of people remember it, but the other problem with having that name is that there is a band who is signed who had like a relatively, if you're into heavier music, they had a single that was getting tossed around for a while, and that band is called Scissor Fight.
Oh.
And we've had on more than one occasion people message us to tell us about how much they love this song and naming a Scissor Fight song. It's happened more than once.
Oh,
I was like, Scissor Fight's dope, dude. I'm glad you like their music, man. But yeah, our name's Scissor Fist, and we didn't write this stuff. But I thank you for the kind words anyway. And then normally they're dickheads about it after that.
Oh.
Yeah, the one was like, "Oh, I saw that you guys were opening for Soulfly, and I thought it said Scissor Fight, and I was really excited."
And now I'm no longer.
And I'm like,
I
well,
hate you.
it's like, well, hey, we're pretty dope too. Like, fuck, dude. Like, all right. I mean, even if you were feeling that way, you didn't have to tell me. Sorry, I fucking ruined your day.
It's kind of like the guys who will be super nice to you in the DMs, and the moment you like turn down their feelings, they become
they turn
immediate jackasses.
Yeah, they're just vile. You're like, wait a minute, what's happening right now?
Yeah, I mean, like,
your Cheerios is what I want to know.
Yeah. What cat shit in your Cheerios? So, but anyways, guys, we're coming up on the 2-hour mark. We especially for Roku and Fire TV, we got to keep it probably roughly around the 2-hour mark. So we're going to go ahead. We're going to wrap up. Once again, everybody, thank you for tuning in. We had a couple of new people in the stream. I appreciate that. Hopefully you guys subscribe. Hopefully we see you guys back. Autumn, we would love to see you back sometime down the line. I hope you had a great time.
You should do it around October.
Yeah, let's do it. We'll have you back as a Halloween guest.
I'll be like a vampire or something.
We do urban legends, all kinds of fun stuff around Halloween time. So we'll definitely have you back. I'll talk to Erica. We'll get you back around October. Anyways, what we're going to do, we're going to conclude here. We're going to wrap up our live stream. Of course, it's the Happy Hour podcast. Make sure you follow Matt. Make sure you follow Autumn. Of course, I'm Ray. This is the Happy Hour podcast. We will see you guys live on Monday with Alice and Ray. All right.